All right, who needs a crystal ball when you have Thor Schrock?
In this week's Compute This, his technology predictions for 2013.
Yeah, Thor is the owner of Schrock Innovations, here for the first visit of the new year. Good to see you, Thor.
Nice to have
Good to
you
see
here.
you guys too.
How are your holidays?
Very good, very good. You know, it's nice. I get to come on the show. I don't have any promotions to talk about. There's no specials. It's just a brand new year. This is then we get to do the fun stuff.
Well, we love having your insight. I know you don't have a crystal ball, but it's just about
I do have.
Is it a magic 8-ball?
No, no. Oh gosh, no. That's so 1980.
That's 80s.
That's 80s.
I have a glowing LED monitor that I hover over while I come up with these predictions. It's kind of like a crystal ball, but it's not. It's
a
flat.
lot cooler.
So how do you come to these predictions?
Well, I mean, some of it's common sense. There's some in here, and we're going to go through the 5 predictions I have for this year. Last year, I nailed all 5.
Right.
Oh,
In,
great.
in my humble opinion, I nailed. There's one you could argue about. You know, did Google come out with an iPad killer? The Droid tablets have been definitely an impact.
Did you predict that there'd be an iPad killer?
Oh yeah, yeah. I predicted that Google would invent the iPad killing tablet, and you know, Droid is, you know, they've 47% of the market share. So I mean, Apple was the only game in town before that. So they didn't kill it.
They chipped away at it.
But I'm calling that a win.
Okay.
So that's the only one that you could make a bone about if you go back and look at the video.
All right. Well, let's get these on record and
do
start
it.
with your first prediction for the year. What is it?
All right. First prediction of the year. Microsoft's Surface tablet is going to fade away in 2013. Have you guys heard of the
I
Surface?
don't know about it, and maybe that's why it's going to fade.
Well, yeah. The Microsoft
What is
Surface
it?
tablet is Microsoft's attempt to enter the tablet market with a tablet running Windows 8.
I've seen this commercial. I
Yeah,
didn't
the
even know what it
Right,
was
right.
for.
Would you slap your tablet around like that? Clickety, clickety, clack, slap,
Isn't
slap?
that funny? I remember the commercial, but I didn't know what the product was.
that's good, Mark.
So, so is it like an iPad?
Yeah, it's basically an iPad running
Windows
Windows
8,
8 with a Bluetooth keyboard that magnetizes on the side if you want to, hook it up. You can run it as a tablet. It's got a keyboard. You can use it kind of like a laptop. It's not going to catch on. It costs about as much as an iPad, a little bit more than some of the iPad models do. It runs Windows 8. So the benefits there is it can really unify your home. You can print to your printer from this thing. It's like having a computer.
Yeah.
But it's just not going to catch on. I think that there's a big announcement. The Consumer Electronics Show, we'll talk about that next week. They have a coffee table now that's basically a full-size coffee table that's 4 tablets linked together that 4 people can use at one time.
Oh, wow.
Well, I like
That has a better chance of catching on than the Surface
Wow,
does.
I bet that's inexpensive.
$1,600 is the starting price.
For the coffee
For
table?
the coffee table. Sometimes you can't go to the Mart and buy a coffee table for $1,600.
That's 400,
Just a
400
wooden
bucks
one,
per
you know?
tablet. Okay, second prediction for 2013, right there.
All right, number 2, the Windows 8 adoption is going to run about the same as Windows Vista did, meaning no one's going to like it, people aren't going to want it, people are going to get it because they have to get it, but no one's going to be hungering for it. Watch in 2013, you're going to hear rumors about Windows 9 start coming to the surface. Everyone's going to be looking to the next jump.
With some of the corrections for the things people didn't like about 8.
Well, one of the things we just found out this week, Windows 8 has no support for PS2 devices. You have a mouse that's a little round plug or a keyboard that's round. It won't run on Windows 8.
Oh.
Just by design, it just doesn't work. They're
Well,
trying
it
to kill
seems like they rushed to get it out to the market and maybe let some of that be.
I think the bigger thing is nobody wanted it. I mean, there was no clamoring. Windows 7 was great. Everybody, they finally got rid of XP by coming out with an even better operating system in Windows 7. Windows 8, to use the benefits, you have to have touch screens or touch mice, and nobody wants that stuff yet.
Yeah, Windows 8 has obviously the new format. Do you think that format will stick around for all the new
They've
Microsoft
got too much
versions
invested in it to throw it away. They may tweak it. Maybe they'll put a start menu back in it at some point, but they're not going to get rid of it. Just like the Surface, that's why the Surface isn't going to die. I was very careful this year. There's not a Surface killer. The Surface will fade away. You will be hard-pressed to see anyone running a Surface, and when you go to buy your computers, the only reason you're going to have Windows 8 is because you can't buy Windows 7.
Let's get to your third prediction.
All right,
What is
number
it?
3. Internet providers are going to slow internet connections or charge for the amount of internet you use
Now,
in
this
2013.
is concerning.
This is
What's
very
this all
concerning.
about?
Okay, so all these companies, Netflix is streaming you movies, all this other stuff. You're using your internet connections for cloud stuff. Your iTunes is coming playing right over the internet. The only people not getting a piece of that pie are the internet service providers. They don't get any money for that, and you're gobbling up internet. Now, if you do that on your cell phone, a lot of people have to pay for that. On the coast right now, Time Warner Cable, who is the provider in Lincoln, Cox Communications thankfully is not participating in this experiment, but Time Warner Cable is, and they're doing an experiment on the coast where they charge people based on usage. So for some families, this is really good because, if you're an elderly person who checks email, gets on the internet to check bank statements and stuff, you don't use a lot of internet. So you get charged a whole lot less than someone like me does. I pay for a premium package, but boy, you know, if you have to think about every movie you're going to stream or every online game you're going to play or every Facebook check you're going to do, you're going to end up using less internet, which is a huge concern to all these other companies out there that are pushing the cloud.
I don't want to run out of time, but I want to get to your next two predictions before we have to let you go here.
Yeah,
What's number 4?
Number 4, the iPhone 6 will have near-field communication.
What's
What is
that?
this?
Near-field communication. If you've ever been to McDonald's, you see the little terminals on the counter that say tap your phone here or tap your Fast Pass or whatever here. Fast Pass is a Disney thing, I guess, but Disney's experimenting with near-field communication. Instead of those little cards you have to have all the time, you could just program it into your phone, tap your phone on a receiver, and it will charge your card for your meal at McDonald's or let you into the park.
So instead of swiping a credit card, you're just holding your device.
It's a near field, in other words, right next to the phone, wireless communication. You tap it on the thing at McDonald's, you type in your passcode for Google Wallet, and it charges your meal to your credit card.
All right, one final point here, also going back to the increased cost element for 2013. What do you say about components?
Component prices are going to go up in 2013, unfortunately. Computers, this is going to be one of the first years ever where the price for the same hardware is going to get more expensive in a year. So normally computers get cheaper as new technology comes out. That is happening less and less now. The prices have been falling more slowly, and the new components coming out are more expensive. So we're seeing that technology shrinkage in price actually lessen to the point where some of the stuff is actually going to go up in price this year. So please take care of what you've got this year. That's the moral of the story. If you take care of the computer you've got, you do the maintenance, you keep it safe from viruses and things, they'll last you a very long time. This is a good year to start doing that.
You're talking about hard drives, video, all the
of it.
components that goes inside it.
Card readers. Just for example, our holiday special. You know, we launched it in October. We built we took the last order. I think the end of November or the end of December. The price for a card reader went up $3 in that period of time. Card readers cost $7 when we started, and they went up $3.
So $3 for
So when I say it went up $3, I'm not saying like a $1,000 computer went up $3. I'm saying
Well, 40% jump.
now for us, we can absorb that because we build a couple hundred computers for like an HP. That's huge.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
3 area locations for Schrock Innovations: in Papillion, at Village Point, and then in Lincoln as well. Online at SchrockInnovations.com, and you saw the respective numbers there too. Thor Schrock.
That's right.
What do I
Save
do?
the video.
I got
started
you
doing
stuck
it.
on it. Schrock.
Mike
Is
calls
this the
him
last
Schrock.
name show?
I call him Schrock. What's up, Schrock?
Listen,
good
hey
marketing.
Nelson, hey DiGiacomo.
And I'm going to hold you to those predictions. I'm going to follow those
Next year,
closely
see, this year we didn't have video to pull. On my radio shows I had audio.
Yeah.
We'll have video next year we can pull.
got it.
Good stuff.
Thank you,
Thanks
Thor.
for coming in, Thor.
Thanks.
Coming up, dog whisperer Caesar Milan on his new show, and I got a question that I need you to ask him.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay. And it's a project he's passionate about. See why when we come back.